Hey everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and I'm here today to talk to you about low-budget comic book television show costumes that look way better than James Gunn's David Cornsweat Superman suit. Now, like I said before, this suit might actually look good when he stands up and be in, doing stuff. We just don't know because James Gunn is James Gunn and wanted to put him in a pose where he's sitting down relaxing, putting his boots on slow as stuff is going on in the background. And it's not a great pose. And James Gunn is an idiot for posting a picture like this and stuff, letting that be your debut Superman suit costume. Like, why would you do that? But James Gunn is James Gunn after all. And so, like I said before, it might look better when he stands up and does stuff. It also might look better because, it might be a suit that's kind of like, Spider-Man suit from the MCU where it's baggy and then you press a button and then it fits your body. Or maybe he just haven't zipped it up in the back. But anyways, it doesn't look all that impressive. But you know what does look impressive? And what's really sad to say is when you have all these low budget streaming superhero shows and their suits look better than that of a movie suit. And so let's go through some of these low budget suits that actually look pretty good and have high quality and everything. Now, I'm not going to name all of them. I'm only going to name the ones that look comic book accurate, that has some really good material made from it. It doesn't look like, I'm going to pick the ones that don't look cheap and doesn't look awkward or too bulky or too plasticky or too rubbery or too dirt bike vest looking and stuff, and so these suits that I'm gonna pick are just a couple of the ones that for a low budget show they actually did a really good job making these suits and everything. There's something that just appeals and eye popping and stuff. So the very first one is, this is in no particular order, by the way. Swamp Thing from the DC Universe. So this show only lasted for one season and it's not particularly one of my faves. I actually don't like it. I don't understand why the show revolved around the love interest rather than the actual hero himself and everything. So that always bugged me. But you can't deny it. This suit looks freaking amazing and everything. It looks real. It looks like a real Swamp Thing. It's so realistic that the actor could barely move in the suit. That's why he barely appeared on the show. But you can't deny it. It's a low budget television show and it just looks great. Batman from Birds of Prey. Yeah, I'm going all the way back to the early 2000s. So I've done a review on Birds of Prey. And when doing the show, they had an actual Batman on the show. And they actually showed what he looked like, not just from behind. And so his suit looked freaking amazing and everything. It looked just like the Batman suits from the 90s movies and stuff. It was a hybrid of all the suits. Basically, it was the suit and the actor from them All-Star commercials from back in the day. It only made a brief cameo for a couple of seconds, but boy, what a cameo. Then there's Batgirl Suit from Birds of Prey. Short-lived and mostly just in one episode and also a cameo in another episode. It's basically Alicia Silverstone's Batgirl costume. It's just now the gloves, the boots, and the belt and stuff like that is now gold along with the symbol. And I think it's a different symbol on the chest, and they gave the actual mask. It looks like it is the actual movie suit and stuff, basically. Stargirl. This suit is really cool. It's cute. It's comic book accurate. The actress is amazing. And the show was really good. I really enjoyed the first season. Second season was alright, but some things kind of irritated me because it went a little too CW. And I did not like the third season at all. but I cannot deny that this is a comic book accurate suit. The material is very low grade and everything, but it's good enough for like a person who made their own suit from somebody else's suit. And it just looks really good on the actress. You can tell she is Stargirl. Her staff is amazing. And yeah, this was originally a DC Universe show, but then they decided to move it on over to the CW after the first episode and stuff. Aqualab from Titans. So in season 2, they introduced Aqualab for his very own solo episode to show what happened to him and everything. And so the suit only makes an appearance for one episode. So since it was only one episode, they decided, okay, he doesn't really have to move around that much. So let's make it as accurate as possible. And the suit looks a million times better than David Cornsweat's suit. He looks kind of awkward because he can barely move in the suit, but he can move his arms around. But like I said before, he looks very awkward. The material looks very rich. The like designs, the color palette, everything is on spot. It just looks like this dude could literally appear in a TV movie, or heck, I wish David Cornsweat's suit looked like this. It is embarrassing that this suit looks this good and David Cornsweat's does not. Tim Drake's Robin suit. So it took them a good while to perfect a Robin suit on the Titans show. So first they started with Dick's suit, and because it's always at night, it looked pretty cool. But then once you look at pictures of it online, it's like, it's not that great actually. They improved a little bit on Jason's Todd suit, but it still didn't look that great. There was like some weird like plates here and there. It looked like motocross. But when they decided to introduce Tim Drake's suit in the 4th season, they really went all out. So all out that the suit really only appears in an episode and a half because the material is, you know, well, you know, he can barely move in and stuff. But the suit just looks freaking amazing. And I'm really digging it. Beast Boy from season 4 of Titans. So they finally gave this dude a suit and kind of try to make him do some stuff. And his suit looks pretty comic book accurate from that of the comics and everything. It's really high in material, like, you know, the patterns look great. The material just looks like really amazing. And I'm just really digging this suit. I just wish they could have made him more like a real Beast Boy with green skin and actually turn into more animals and all this other crap. But like I said, it's a low budget show. Brainiac from the Krypton show. So Krypton was a short-lived show. It was not particularly great. It was a weird adaptation of Superman. One day I am going to talk about it. I only made it as far as the first season and the first episode of season 2. Then I stopped. And it was just a different interpretation. The action was cool. It was dark. It was gritty. But it was just too different. But the Brainiac suit looked pretty comic book accurate and everything. It was big and bulky. But that's how a Brainiac suit is supposed to look. And it just looked like they used some really good material to make this suit. Sadly, however, the actor could not move in this suit. So really all you ever saw him do was just stand around and possibly move his hand up just a little. And because the suit was so hard to move in, the climactic part of the end of the first season with Brainiac was not that impressive because the villain couldn't really do nothing. But the suit still looked good. Impulse from The Flash, and I have no idea what season it's from. So after many attempts to perfect a Flash suit, I think they really nailed it with Impulse suit. Impulse looks spot on from the comics and everything. His suit is made from a completely different material that they make Barry's suit from. It's shinier. And the shininess really pops with the metallic silver reddish look that they have going on with the color plating and the gold and stuff. The nice gold trims really does help it out. But it has this cool metallically bodysuit feel to it. And I think it is the best Flash suit that they've ever made. And this suit, like, seriously, is literally the best Flash suit they've ever made. The material just looks so great. The Flash suit from season 4. Yes, I know it's big. Yes, I know it's bulky. And yes, I know it's just a leather suit, jacket, I mean, and leather pants and everything. And it only lasted for this season and this season. Only in the mask piece kind of connects to the rest of the suit in a weird kind of way. But you cannot deny that, like, this suit is just eye-popping for some reason. The candy-colored red that they have on the suit looks so much better than the dark maroon colors that they had in the earlier seasons. That shininess of the leather really makes that red pop so good and everything. Like, this is a good suit. It's just some oddness here and there with the mask, but I can, like, forgive that and stuff. But the reds and the gold matched on that leather, there's just something eye-popping about it. Arrow Suit, season 4, or Green Arrow, I should say. So yeah, Green Arrow went through a lot of suits, and they all look pretty nice. Not all of them are made with just high quality leather and everything, but in season 4, this was probably the closest they ever had to a comic book accurate suit. It has no sleeves, which is something people are used to not seeing Green Arrow with. And from what I've heard, the only reason why this suit got retired after this one season and this one season only is because, like, the actor kept complaining that he was cold because they filmed in Canada. Look, if Melissa Benoist can wear a skirt for like 5 or 6 seasons, then stop being a baby, man. But this suit has some really good thick leather. You feel like you can go to combat in this suit. And, like, the no sleeve look just looks great. He's wearing the mask. It's just a very, very good suit. It looks combat ready and everything. And, I can kind of see that making it a transition to like a movie, maybe a TV movie or something like that. But for the most part, it still looks better than David Corn's sweatsuit. Tyler Hoechlin's Superman suit from the Supergirl show only. Yeah, I know. The ones from, like, his actual Superman show looks more comic book accurate and stuff. I get that. My only problem with those suits is that, okay, the one in the first season and a half or so, they gave him this overly huge muscle suit. And so when the fabric would move with his body, it looked crinkly and it looked fake. You can tell there was some foam padding in there or something like that, And it just didn't look all that great. And so while the suit itself does look cool and everything, it's too weird because his muscles are not that big. As for his other suit in the later seasons of the series and stuff, it's okay looking. I just don't like the painted abs that they did, because it's like one color of blue, then the abs is like a much brighter blue, and it just looks weird. But when you come to this suit for Supergirl, pretty much that, like, it fits his actual body sculpt. The dude actually does have muscles. Yeah, he looks slimmer and everything, but we've had other slimmer Supermans in the past. And so, like, I really like the redesign that they did with this suit, with like the symbol, the gold trim near like the cape and everything. I wish his cape didn't have those big bulky things similar to that the Supergirl suit. It's like these big, like, rubber leather, like, clips or something like that, and then a fabric cape. I like the cape better in his actual Superman show. But this suit is a really neat redesign. The belt is kind of odd, but I actually would just prefer this over David Corn's sweatsuit. Nightman. So Nightman is part of Malibu Comics that later went on to Marvel. Now the suit in the show is not 100% perfect. I just added this suit for nostalgia and for what they did for a syndicated show. You gotta remember, this was not streaming. This was not on a big network. This was syndicated. And for a syndicated show, they did a pretty good job making this suit. Yeah, it needs some tweaks here and there and everything. But for the most part, like, it was a pretty cool suit for the late, 90s and for syndication. The Super Sentai version of Power Ranger Zeo's Gold Ranger. When you watch the Gold Ranger and Power Ranger Zeo, his suit looks just pretty ordinary and cheap with a foam shield and everything like that. But when you actually watch the Sentai clips of the counterpart in Japan, it looks pretty awesome, I got to admit. And I don't care what people say about Power Rangers. Power Rangers is cool. And so, like, the suit, of course, is the regular, like, spandex fabric. But it's that gold plating and the gold shield that really makes everything pop in the Sentai footage. Moonight from the Disney Plus show. The Moonight show is not my favorite, just like the Miss Marvel show isn't. But like, in the suit, that's the weird thing about the suit. The suit is pretty good looking for what they did. They did add some weird MCU like padding here and there, shoulder pads, knee pads for some bizarre reason. They CGI'd the suit, even though there's a practical suit and everything. I don't know why they did that. But for the most part, the suit does look pretty good. And I just wish they would have went all practical, but they just didn't. And last but not least, Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel show from Miss Marvel Disney Plus show. So whether you like or hate this show or not, you gotta give it up to the suit. It is actually pretty good. And this suit looks better than her suit that she wore in the movie. And the material just looks pretty good. It's simple because her mom's supposed to make it. It's not too terrible, but it's all right and everything. So yeah, those are just a couple of suits from low budget superhero shows and everything that I just think looks better than what James Gunn put out. And I don't know why he went the route he did, I know he likes to go old school and everything. And I know he likes to have material that where people can move around in. I mean, look at Peacemaker Suit. Peacemaker Suit, while comic book accurate, is as cheap can be because it's just regular fabric and material. And it's just kind of like, come on, man, you gotta up your game and everything. And like I said before, I'm hoping this suit gonna look better in live action, but who the heck knows, Alrighty, well, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.